What's up, guys? Alright, so as you saw in the title, today we made bacon stuffed egg stuffed waffles,
and of course
Atlas Monroe fried
chicken.
And it's all vegan.
It's all vegan.
Right.
And it's all sick. We are going to be talking today, as you saw in the title, not just about this amazing recipe, but we're also going to be talking about how to manifest love. They can check out our
How We Met video if you, what is it, here or there?
Always to your left.
Always to your left, to the left, to the left. But yeah, so right here, check that out, and you'll see how we met.
Exactly. Now we are going to go ahead and jump right into taste testing this recipe. Make sure you stay tuned to see the full recipe.
Yes.
And then after we do our initial taste test, I will get into my tips for how to manifest love. My husband's going to throw in some tips. We have 6 kids, as you guys know.
Yes.
Our second born, he is here. He actually made the
helped
eggs.
out. Yes.
The eggs you saw in that intro, if you were like, oh, I wonder what those are. Those are
super duper cheesy eggs.
It's like if grits and eggs had a baby.
Yes.
With like love.
Love. Just pure love.
Just pure love. He is a budding chef. He's great at everything. You guys know.
You know.
And he wanted to experiment with a different type of.
I'll put a video right here.
I know. Y'all
just check that out.
Check that out. He experiments all the time. And
yes.
Let me tell y'all, if you're not making your eggs like this, I know one of our favorites, McM.
Yes, McM.
McM. She is obsessed with his tofu eggs recipe. If you're not using his recipe to make your eggs, your vegan eggs, I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't know.
You slacking. You slacking on your macking, man.
You slacking. No, but seriously, he just tried something different and it tastes absolutely amazing. I had a couple key samples earlier. But okay, so we're gonna go ahead and
go ahead
jump into this.
This bad boy.
I'm gonna taste just the waffles by themselves. Now this waffle is from my buttermilk pancake recipe that I came up with. When was that? 2 years ago, I think.
Yeah, that was like kind of early video days. Right,
and I came up with it on a whim because I did not have enough butter to go in the pot and also in the recipe. So
and you also made a caramel sauce today that we have drizzled on here.
We actually call it infinite drip. Okay. It's a little bit of caramel sauce. It's a little bit okay.
I ain't got time to waste. Y'all know.
Y'all know. He ain't even give me no cheers or nothing, and it's about love in the video. About love.
Oh my god.
Oh my god. Cheers.
Oh my god.
Guys, there's bacon in the batter.
Bacon.
I don't know if we told y'all.
You can taste
vegan
it.
bacon in the batter.
Nah, we crazy, man.
We snapped on this one. We snapped.
You can taste the bacon inside
the batter.
Of the batter. Oh my god. How's it, Rocky?
This is not a friendly request. Pause the video. Look in the description box. Get everything. Put this plate together because this is off the chain.
Off the chain.
Off the chain.
He's almost done with his plate.
He's done with his plate. Y'all know Rocky. Rocky does not lie ever. He is the most brutally honest kid you will ever meet on the face of the earth.
We got some fried chicken in this mix.
Oh my gosh. Those eggs? Yo. Oh, that crunch. That crunch.
And that crispy Atlas fried chicken. It tastes just as good as the first day we tried it. Oh my god.
Oh my gosh. Wow.
Atlas Monroe, y'all need to restock as soon as possible. We need to get some more of this. We need to order. We need to order like three of these.
I know. If you're having a date night, if you're having a cookout, there is no occasion where this is not appropriate.
Oh my god, this is good for breakfast, lunch, and dinner.
Oh my
and
gosh.
football nights.
Football night. Oh my gosh. How does she do this? Oh, that infinite drip? How's your infinite drip?
Brings everything together. Just the right amount of sweet.
Yeah. It's coconut. I mean, you guys will see. I'll show that in the recipe too.
Oh my God.
If it don't drip, it don't belong in my lips.
Oh, children.
Okay, before I get my hands too dirty, I'm gonna show you guys how to manifest love. Step 1. Magic of television will cut after I'm done chewing. Y'all know I eat slow. Okay, don't act like you're new. And if you are new here, I eat slow. Alright, how to manifest love. Everlasting, long lasting.
This plate is manifesting
This
love.
plate is how to manifest love. Make your husband waffles like this. Make your partner, whoever, waffles like this. You have a crush on a girl, make her waffles like this.
She'll be like, they're gonna be like, I think I gotta keep her.
Okay, so this is a manifestation journal. I purchased this on a school trip to Washington, D.C. when I was, I believe, 17 years old. I went to boarding school in Delaware because I'm a nerd and I got a scholarship to go to boarding school. You guys already know I was born in Trinidad. I lived there till I was 9. And then when I was 9, I moved up to America. And I lived in Brooklyn with my mom and my sister and our family members. And then when I was 14, I got a scholarship to go to boarding school in Delaware. If you've ever seen Dead Poet Society, that is the school where they filmed Dead Poet Society. That's the school that I went to. And junior year, we had a school trip to Washington, D.C. on Valentine's Day. On that trip, I bought this journal with the sole purpose of writing letters to my future husband because I'm a hopeless romantic. I never wanted to be somebody's girlfriend. I just wanted to be someone's wife forever. And so
You know what you want.
I knew what I wanted. And the funny thing is, all my friends who had boyfriends, they all still agreed. They're like, you're going to be the first one to get married. You're going to be the first one to have kids. You're going to have a bunch of kids, which was such a joke because I was the only one that didn't have a boyfriend. But I knew deep down and they knew deep down the kind of person that I was and what I wanted and like what I envisioned for my life. And they're just like, we just know it. You're going to be the first one. They were absolutely right. I bought this my junior year of high school in 2001. 5 years later, almost to the day, because we met on Super Bowl Sunday in 2006. And I bought this Valentine's Day 2001. Watch our How We Met video. But anyway, so I just want to share with you guys what I wrote in here the day that I bought it. This is the inscription. It says 11:24 p.m. Okay, so we had come back home from the trip to DC and it says 2/14/01, Valentine's Day 2001.
Bang, bang.
This book contains letters to and stories about my husband. Today is February 14th, 2001, Valentine's Day. And although I'm exactly 1 month, 24 days to be exact, from my 17th birthday, so I was 16 years old at the time. Although I'm exactly 1 month from my 17th birthday, and I obviously don't have a husband yet, when I get married, this will be one of my presents to my husband. I just had an urge to buy this book. Something about the drawing on the cover made me want to get it. I love collecting journals. I purposely got this one without lines so that I could write horizontally, vertically, diagonally, design the pages however I want.
She was trying to write every which way.
Every which way. This book means a lot to me already, especially because I believe in marriage. Something makes me believe in marriage, and I believe in love. It is love that made me buy this book. Love for a future husband. So if you're reading this, that is a plus for you. Because you're married to an amazing, beautiful, talented, breathtaking woman. And then it says smile.
It's true.
It's also good for me because that means I have a husband whom I love and who loves me just as much. And also, an added bonus, I didn't waste $7.95 on a book for someone that can never read it. And don't you dare check the barcode. Smile. So thank you.
I checked it though.
He checked it. So thank you for loving me and trusting me and vowing to honor and obey me. Never forget that our vows are serious and there's nothing that will ever make me dishonor those vows. Our marriage means so much to me, and remember that I'll love you till eternity. Love, eternity. Crystal.
No.
That was 16-year-old me. I am now 35 years old. It's been like almost 20 years. I bought this book 18 years ago, and I filled it with journal entries for, let me see, 20, 24, 25, 26 pages. My last entry was on Christmas Day in 2002. And again, less than 5 years after my last entry, I manifested my husband. So step one to manifestation is buy a journal. Write letters to exactly the person that you envision. Tell him how you feel. Thank him every day. Thank him in those letters for the kind of man that he is. Thank him for loving you. Thank him for the children that you guys have. That's what these letters are. And one day I will make the most ridiculous indie film that will win all the Oscars and all the awards. Right. That's based on this book and the stories in this book. I'm telling y'all. Just watch. Okay, so that's step one, is to write it down. Writing is the first step to visualization. And that's so important. I'll let my husband share one of his tips to manifesting exactly the person that you want in your life.
So after you write it down and everything, what you want to do is you want to read that thing every morning, every night, to the point where you memorize it and you can recite it back. But you still want to look at it and read it, because you want to have that vision in your eyes of that future husband, of that future wife, whatever the case may be. So definitely you want to recite. It's just like you're studying for a test, basically.
Ooh.
Okay? That's what you're doing.
Ooh.
But yeah, you're studying for a test. So that's what you want to do. You want to keep studying, keep reading, keep reciting. Hey, you might want to make some revisions. You might want to, revisit, you know what I'm saying? So definitely keep reading, keep up with it. Keep it just like affirmations, all right? And it's law of attraction, it's all of that good stuff. Manifestation, visualization.
Love that.
You wanna act as though it has already happened. You have already met that special someone.
And that's why you're thanking. Because when you have something already and you thank the universe for it, the universe gives you more.
Absolutely.
We had our first son. We thank the universe a lot.
A lot. A lot.
Now we have the 6 babies we always wanted to have.
Yes.
You know? Another really important thing, which kind of goes along with that, is surround yourself with the energy of manifestation. So the books you read, which your own journal is, like he said, memorize it like your favorite book.
Yes.
The music you listen to. I made a mix. Remember I told you?
Oh yeah.
I made a mix.
She actually had me sit down and watch all the music videos.
Yes. One of the songs was The Truth by India.Arie, which quite literally had a line that said, I love the gap between his teeth.
Bang, 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 bang.
I used to sing that line so much that I literally manifested like the love of my life, who has a gap between his teeth.
Isn't that crazy though?
Isn't that crazy?
That's crazy.
Literally, and if you see that The Truth video, by the end of it, I mean, I'm not going to spoil it if you just watch the video. But the point is, listen to make a mix that just conjures up everything that you want to feel in that relationship. And listen to it every single day. And no matter what, just make it a part of your everyday life. So you're writing to your partner, you are reading about your partner, both in your journal and also in books, books that affirm the positive kind of relationship that you want to have both with your partner and with yourself. You Can Heal Your Life is a great book as well, because that's going to help you deal with a lot of your traumas that come along with blocking the things that you want. Yes. And then what you listen to the music that reaffirms that person.
All this stuff is powerful, man.
Yeah.
Like the songs you listen to on a regular basis, the things you watch, the things you read, all these things.
That's what consumption is.
All these things are what consumption is, and it's also what determines what your future is going to be. So, you just gotta make sure that you're, paying attention to what you want to have in the future, or the life that you actually want. So
think about your life like a computer code.
Yeah.
Everything you put into the code is exactly what you'll get out. You're not going to get anything out that you didn't put in. At all. It's almost like, you know, our older son, he's into coding, and coding very much has sort of like a framework of if this, then this.
Yes.
So if you keep putting in certain variables where you say, if I love myself, then I learn to love others. If I did it, it's like that's how you have to code your life. I also like to call it home aloneing. You got to set up traps in your life so that way, no matter which direction you turn, there is a positive outcome. If you're listening to certain music, you know that music is affirming certain positive things. If you're only reading certain books, they're only affirming positive things about you to yourself and about the person that you want to attract. And
Absolutely.
That stuff is powerful. And let me tell you, now listen very carefully, the government is well aware of all those things.
Oh, absolutely.
That is why, if you're listening to NPR, there are certain advertisements that you will hear, because based on the fact that you listen to NPR, there's a certain type of product that is advertised to you.
Yes.
If you listen to a certain other type of radio station, there's a certain type of product that's positioned in front of you there as well. They are well aware of the hypnotizing mindset of the kinds of ads that you hear, what you believe about yourself. They're well aware that if you are at home around 12 o'clock in the day, if they show certain types of shows, certain types of commercials,
all that stuff keeps you in line with what they want you to see.
Exactly.
You know,
so they're well aware of...
Might not necessarily be love either.
Exactly. They're well aware of how manifestation works. That's why they put negative images of Black people in front of you, or of relationships, or of anything. They put certain negative things in front of you so that you don't get that visualization. That's why people go so hard for positive images of Black couples and Black families to be in the forefront. I have nothing against other people of other races, ever. I never will. But I think it's really important, and my husband and I talk about this very often, and people have asked us, how has your channel been around for so long? I've never seen it. I've never heard of your channel. You have 170 videos, and yet certain other people, they can show up and it's a, you know,
they blow out the stratosphere
out of nowhere. It's like, well, you have 6 kids too, or you have why isn't your channel, you know, given that platform to be introduced to as many people as possible? I don't know very many vegan Black channels with 6 kids.
There isn't much.
There aren't very many, if any others or whatever. But the point that I'm trying to make is they are well aware of that, and they are well aware of what it is we are doing here.
Yes.
You know, so as we said, those are our 2 top tips. The things that you read also don't always have to be about, you know, love. One of the books that I'm reading this summer is Children of Blood and Bone. Now, when I was pregnant with our last baby last summer, I showed you guys this book in one of my Pregmas videos, and I actually lost this book. I never lose anything, like ever. I never lose anything. I've had this book for 18 years, okay? But I could not find this book in the house. I didn't know where it was. I recently found it like a couple days ago, and I was like, you know what, I really need to show everyone this book. I know there are some of our subscribers who've read this. I started reading this, I never got a chance to finish it. So if you are reading this, book club time, okay? We're not gonna make it official, but if any of you guys want to talk about this book and the contents of it, if you have never heard of this book, please do yourself a favor, Google it, check out the author. This book is going to be a huge deal, you guys.
It's going to be a smash when the movie comes out.
It's going to be a smash. There's a film that's going to be in the works soon. The second part of the story is coming out in the fall.
Okay.
And the author is pretty amazing. She is very young, and she writes from the perspective of African, like, heroes. So I can't even say enough good things about this book, and I'm only, I think, in the first couple chapters. So the books that I know, oh gosh. But no, so the books that you read, they don't always have to be about like romantic love, even though I do think there is a love story in this, but definitely pick up this book. You guys, our recommendations are never just about food.
Right. And
you guys can check our receipts. We do not give out bad recommendations for anything. No, so definitely check out this book if you have not already. And if you have, please do not spoil it for me. Don't say, oh my gosh, wasn't that so sad when, you know,
I don't know.
You
Don't
know?
tell me.
Yeah, don't tell me about what happens. But if you do plan to read it, let me know if you plan to pick it up. Position your life so that everything around you encourages you to be the best version of yourself.
Yes.
Including the person that you are with. Rocky, do you have any tips for how to manifest the life that you want and how to manifest love?
I do.
Oh boy.
Now, first, always think of what you want. My best bet is a vision board.
Yes.
Yes.
Make a vision board, and if you have it, take it off of the vision board, replace it with something else you want.
Ooh.
Yes, I love that.
Once everything's accomplished, then that's how you know you can do anything. If you
put some more stuff on there.
Boom. Seriously,
but
vision board.
That's how you know. That's how you know anything's possible.
Right.
I love that, man.
Love it. You write it down, you listen to the music, you put it on a vision board.
Mm-hmm.
All of those things are so important to manifesting the thing that you want. And also, focus on the other things that you love as well. Because the more that you show the universe that you are focusing on not just that person or whatever, because it was never about an obsession. It was just, I was living my life. I was a student, I was a screenwriter, I was also studying to be a teacher at the time, which is why so much of what we show on the channel is I choose to focus on my husband, filming my husband, cooking, and also the kids as well, because I naturally am a storyteller. Being in front of the camera is fun. I used to actually act. Willen. They don't even know. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't even know. But I used to be on stage in high school and stuff. I used to do plays and stuff, and that was always fun. Right around when I got pregnant with our first child, I went to Sarah Lawrence College, and a lot of my friends are now in the industry. They're in the movie industry. But at the time, one of my closest friends, she was working for a casting company, a really popular casting company. She calls me up one day. We're at our house, yes. our apartment. We just moved our first apartment together. And she's like, what are you doing right now? I'm like, being pregnant and not going anywhere. It's hot. She's like, have you ever heard of the book Precious? Have you ever heard of the book, was it Precious? That wasn't the name of it. She was like, okay, have you ever heard of Lee Daniels? I was like, I don't know who Lee Daniels is. Guys, this is 2006.
Right.
No one had really...
No one knew who Lee Daniels was. Unless you were in the industry.
Right. At the time, his name rang a bell because I remember, I think he was involved with Monsters Ball. I think he either directed Monsters Ball or was a producer. So I was like, I mean, yeah, I know Lee Daniels. He was like, well, he's working on a movie. The movie's going to be called Precious, based on the book by Sapphire. I was like, oh yeah, I was supposed to write the screenplay for that. I hear laughing in the background of the phone that she's talking to me on. I'm like, who is that? She's like, that's Lee Daniels, Monique, and this other person. I'm like, Monique, the actress? She's like, yes, they're all here. They've been auditioning people to play the role of Precious. Are you free? And I'm like,
are you free?
That's why y'all gotta stay tuned to this channel. My story times, our story times are legendary. It's crazy. Long story short, I was like, I am in no position to come down and audition.
You're pregnant, man.
I'm like, I'm pregnant. Like, I'm gonna have a baby in a couple months. Like, no, I can't have a whirlwind Hollywood career, you know? And she was like, do you know of anyone? I was like, actually, I do know of someone. And no, it was not Gabourey Sidibe, who is amazing, and I'm obsessed with her. But it was not her. But I did tell a friend of mine to tell her friend she should audition, and she did go down and audition. She did not get the role, but it's just one of those crazy things. But that's the point that I'm trying to make is, I was so focused on like my life and my career at the time. I was very focused on being a screenwriter and a teacher, and you know, like I was clear that there was this big vision that I had for my life, but I also knew that kind of is like, was the beauty of it. When my husband came into my life, it really caught me off guard, because not like I had...
You didn't know what was going to happen. You didn't know when it was going to happen.
Right, there's no way to know. Yeah. There's no way to know. When you've been manifesting something for so long and then it shows up, don't miss the opportunity. You've put so much work in. Don't be like, oh wait, this can't be it. He can't be the guy.
This ain't the guy.
This can't be the guy. He doesn't have locks.
There's still like 4 or 5 things on my list.
The guy in my vision, he had locks. Right. This guy doesn't have locks.
Because I didn't have locks
when we first met. But when we met, he had hair like this, like gorgeous big hair. And one of the first conversations we had, he was like, I've always wanted locks. And I was like, I mean, what do you mean he's like, I've just always envisioned myself with locks. I was like thinking to myself, yeah, no, I've always envisioned you with locks. So yeah, so once he, you know, whatever, the point is, like, this is what I always envisioned. And so when you meet that person, you might be thinking this is not the person I envisioned, but it's just like, just wait, just be patient, just keep focusing and manifesting, and
look at how all that stuff ends up happening or ends up working out. It's like you go to college for filmmaking and teaching, and now we have a YouTube channel where you come up with all of the concepts for the videos. You come up with all the basically the scripts for all the videos. You come up with all the ideas, recipes, all that stuff. And then on top of that, we're homeschooling. So you literally are applying what you learned in school.
I got it all. I
manifested it all.
I manifested it all.
All of it.
All of it. All of this. No, but seriously, like, be patient, because while you're busy thinking something isn't working in your favor, which I've never been that type of person. If something happened, I would always be like, okay, let's go with the flow.
Yeah, man.
You know,
because you never know. That might be something that needed to happen in order for you to get to where you need to be.
This guy, actually, that I was talking to a little bit before I met my husband, one time we were on the phone and he's like, do you watch The Wire? I was like, that show on HBO with like
like hood stuff?
Like, yeah, like those drug dealers and stuff.
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, do you watch it? I was like, no. He was like, well, a friend of mine, he's on that show and he's actually a DJ. His name is DJ Driss. So I was like, okay. I'm so not impressed by celebrity stuff. Like, unless you're like, no, there's nobody I'm like impressed by. Seriously, like, I love Keanu, but Keanu is a viewer on this channel.
Yeah,
so
man, it's like,
we love Keanu.
He's a friend, you know.
He's a friend.
We like Jay and Beyonce, but they're friends. They're friends.
They're friends. They watch a video. Duchess Meghan Markle. You know, she watches.
Styles P. You know, he watches the videos.
He watches as well. You know, but they're all friends.
I heard Obama checked out a couple.
Michelle, Michelle and Barack also watch. Thank you so much for your
Thank you so much. You guys gotta subscribe though, because I heard y'all wasn't subscribed. So.
Yeah, please hit that subscribe.
Yeah, hit that subscribe button.
Let Michelle and Barack know to subscribe. No, but the funny thing is, that guy was like, yeah, my friend DJ Driss, he's here. And he's like, say what's up to him. I'm like, okay. That was Idris Elba, and I had no idea.
No idea.
I had no idea, but it's just one of those funny things where I was like,
because this is like late 2005? So, you know.
I was so focused at the time. I was so focused on like what I was doing. I was just like, okay, hi DJ Driss, and he was like, what's up? Like,
what's up, Mike?
It was like, who is this British guy? Like, this British DJ? But yeah, it was Idris Elba, and I just have like the weirdest, funniest stories.
Weird,
but again, I'm saying that to say that was one of those moments where I was so focused on like what I wanted to do. I wasn't thinking, oh my gosh, if this is somebody who is on HBO, maybe I should, you know, align myself, connect, you know. When my husband came around, I was like, I need to stop everything I'm doing and go see what he's doing, you know. So that's just something to pay attention to. And also, as far as manifesting love, self-love obviously is important. That's a whole other issue, a whole other video, a whole other ball game. But
oh, that sun coming out.
I know the sun is starting to come out.
Y'all know we shoot these videos super early.
Super early.
Today we had a helper, but normally, you know, all the kids are sleeping.
Yeah.
And we get these done, try to get these videos done super early.
Super early, like,
you know.
I can't even say the time of the morning it is.
Yeah.
But yeah, any other tips for manifesting love?
Just they had to be consistent, you know.
And then once you get the love too, like,
maintain. You gotta maintain.
Be good to each other.
Just gotta maintain.
Be good to each other. Of course,
you're gonna have your ups and downs and your lefts and rights, but you know, as long as y'all can meet back in the middle, y'all good to go.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Be good to each other. Like, always remember, like why you're here, why you started your relationship, you know, stuff like that.
That'll keep you grounded.
And then also, I always think about it as, this is my friend before everything else.
Absolutely.
He is my best friend.
Best friends, man.
I don't want him to ever feel sad. I don't want him to feel down.
Right.
You know, so always just think of it from that perspective. And I think there's a lot of guys out there who are there like, you know, there's my girl.
There's my girl and there's my boys.
Right.
Or there's my girl and then there's my friends and then there's
my girlfriend.
Right. You know, and honestly, that's never gonna work out.
My girl, my friend, and then my girlfriend.
That's never gonna work. You gotta be friends first, man.
Mm-hmm.
You gotta be friends first, because at the end of the day, if you think about it, your closest friends, you're always honest with them.
Yeah.
You're always loyal to them. You know. So if you treat your significant other as your friend first, you'll be able to resolve problems so much quicker.
Right.
You'll be able to confide in that person, and there's nothing you'll want to or need to hide from that person.
Right.
So
Right.
definitely friends first, and then the rest later.
Guys, it's probably one of the best videos on the channel.
I agree. Because this meal was off the chain.
Meal was off the chain.
Rockie agrees as well.
Rockie agrees as well. Alright, so don't forget to
like, comment, subscribe, share. And as always, don't forget to drink
your almond milk.
And
zip up your
No, order Atlas Monroe.
And next, if you're still here, here's the recipe.
Cue the recipe.
Cue the recipe. Also, if you guys are wondering where you can get this chicken, go ahead and check out this video right here. This is our full review of the Atlas Monroe fried chicken. It is amazing, and it will also tell you where you can get it.